Names usually follow a predictable, multi-generational life cycle. A traditional choice gains slow traction over decades, crests, and then gently fades away as new generations look for something fresh. This chart plots the U.S. popularity of naming trends over the 20th century. While standard names form smooth curves, one specific line sits dead flat along the bottom from the 1930s through the 1970s. Then in 1982, that flat line breaks. In a single year, the rank shoots from an obscure 1,033 up to 258. A one-year jump of nearly 800 spots defies normal demographic shifts. This statistical explosion represents a sudden, intense cultural obsession taking hold almost overnight. The name driving this massive data spike is Kayla. After breaking through in the early 80s, the name continued a rapid ascent. It quickly entered the top 30 names nationwide, ultimately reaching its peak at number 27 in the year 2001. The girls born during this surge grew up to shape the new millennium's culture. We see it in figures like Olympic gold medalist judoka Kayla Harrison. We also see it across popular television, with prominent actresses from the era like Kayla Ewell carrying the name onto millions of screens. Determining the cause of this surge requires looking past the 1980s pop culture trend to see if there is a magnetic linguistic formula deeply embedded in the design of the name itself. By the 1980s, a cultural shift was underway. Parents were actively rejecting the rigid, consonant-heavy traditional names of previous generations, looking instead for a softer, more relaxed aesthetic. This diagram illustrates the phonetic architecture of the name. Kayla is built on a two-syllable, vowel-heavy structure, emphasizing the modern pronunciation. This sound profile acts psychologically. The open vowels create an energetic yet gentle effect, forming a universally pleasing melody. When we apply the principles of numerology to these specific letters, the name reduces to the number 5. This digit is traditionally associated with freedom, curiosity, and dynamic energy, qualities that mirror the name's energetic phonetic profile. The structural design of the name was perfectly suited for a generation seeking a highly approachable, modern identity. Kayla's modern feel hides a surprisingly multifaceted history, with origins stretching back through different ancient cultures across multiple continents. In ancient Hebrew texts, the name is linked as a feminine derivative of Mikhail, a structural question translating directly to, "Who is like God?" Separate from that Semitic root, the exact same phonetic profile evolved on Irish shores. It derives from the Gaelic word cadla, meaning beautiful or graceful. A third distinct connection exists in Yiddish. The word kala is deeply tied to wedding traditions, directly translating to bride. Kayla acts as a linguistic chameleon, allowing entirely different ancient cultures to independently arrive at the exact same modern sound. Combining that pleasing, vowel-heavy phonetic data with this rich historical evidence explains the perfect storm conditions of the 1982 naming boom. It functioned as the ultimate cultural crossover. It appealed equally to secular parents who wanted a trendy, modern sound and to religious communities seeking deep historical ties. The 1982 spike occurred when a universally appealing sound aligned with a specific cultural hunger for reinvention. Returning to the macro timeline of the 21st century reveals the full life cycle of this phenomenon. This chart shows the popularity trend line after that 2001 peak. Through the 2000s and 2010s, the data enters a cooling-off period, taking a gradual, steady slope downward. By the year 2023, the rank reached number 679. This decline represents the natural cool-down of a meteoric trend. The name has transitioned from a ubiquitous fad into a well-established standard choice. The story of this specific data anomaly serves as a broader study in how cultural trends operate. The most explosive phenomena take ancient, universal concepts like grace, beauty, and divinity and wrap them inside highly modern, accessible packages. The statistical explosion of 1982 occurred when a deeply historical sound perfectly matched the frequency of the modern world.